Then that way, after lunch, we don't have to worry about bringing you in. What do you guys think of that idea? That might work. So stay tuned for more information. So try and arrive between 8:30 and 8:45 so that we can have these quick announcements. By God's grace, there's going to be a lot of good stuff, a lot of great opportunities, a lot of field trip opportunities, hangout opportunities, learning opportunities, career fair. We're having 2 career fairs this year. I'm inviting the fathers and mothers who have studied different things to set up stuff, and we're going to invite the community, and we'll welcome people and get kids to learn about every single career that we have any parent connected to. And if we don't have somebody, we'll put them right on the Zoom call, right? Like, it doesn't matter what field of study, we're going to have a career fair. The career fair is actually going to be around this week, so pay attention. What is a career fair? You come in, you walk in around, and you meet people. Hi, I'm a civil engineer. Hi, I'm an aeronautical engineer. And you get to talk to them, right? I found, and I'm going to just tell you guys, you can know your career for a fact at the age of 9. I found that that's actually the age. Most people I talk to, they knew at 9. So everybody here should have some direction. 11th and 12th graders, you have to do a career assessment. We need to know that what you're thinking matches your skill set, and then we give you a mentor. Does that make sense? I really want you guys to succeed in life. I'm tired of seeing people walk around at 30 not knowing what to do with their lives. Okay, so the first announcement is high school retreat. The high school retreat is actually from 8th to 12th grade. However, at the event, there will be opportunities for older students' activities, younger students' activities, but that is open to all 8th to 12th graders, okay? September 29th, there is no school on your calendar, and I actually have the school year calendar here. I'll grab it here, and if you need a copy, I'll put it in the back of the room. So we have the school year calendar, which shows you all the different events ahead of time. Yes?
Is it just one day?
So Friday, there's no school, so we're going to be there Friday, and then we're going to flow into Saturday for parents that want their kids to stay through to the night. If people want to leave for the night, I understand. But it's going to be Friday into Saturday. Okay, boys and girls are on different levels. We've already put in our application for the space, the date. Tell your work, tell people, if you have an invitation to the White House, tell them you can't do it. You have to be here, okay? So that's number 1 announcement. Number 2, there are 2 ways to be a leader at LifeSTEM. One is called student ambassador, and one is called student council. We had a student council last year. It was a new year. We're a new school, so we had to use like the American Republic approach. And we had to write our own constitution, and we made it work that way, okay? But what I mean is I only had so much information of what I had, and I picked 6 people to help us get off the ground. This year, there will be a vote, okay? So there will be a vote. However, if you get voted, then you get interviewed, and then, because imagine if you vote a kid. I remember a kid when I was in high school. He didn't want to be a leader, and then like, hey, you got to do it. So he was doing it like dragging his legs. I don't want to be here, whatever. Anyways, and even if he didn't say it that way, it just seemed to me that way. And then there was an opportunity he was supposed to take, and he didn't take it. And then, like, for example, they have a meeting of all student council members. He didn't show up. So I asked my classroom teacher, can I go? And she said, sure. So I went. And then she said, do you want to start doing all the work? And I said, yes, I would love to. So then I did it. And then she told the class, why doesn't Amos just be the student leader of this class? I did not plan a coup. That's not a coup. But I took over that spot. And some of you know the story. I had been longing for that spot for 10 years. I told you guys at the last retreat, right? Plug for the retreat, September 29th. But anyways, so I told them the story, and I got my spot after 10 years of weeping. I wanted to be a leader, 9 or 10 years. Because of that position, my classroom teacher gave me a recommendation, which I still have at home with me from 2002. This was the best student council member I've ever had. And I thought, that's cute. So then the next year, in 11th grade, they asked, who's going to lead this classroom? Guess what? She was like, Amos, just continue. And then I became the student body president, which we're going to vote for in our votes, okay? Because we're going to vote for all the positions, but then we're going to vote especially for the student council president and vice president. Where did I write it down? Right here. So the president and vice president, those 2 positions, we're going to look at a different category. We're going to have 9 student council members because by God's grace, we've been blessed with about 100 students. So there's 9 of them. 8th graders, you are allowed to play a role in supporting the student council because I want to train you up to take over time. Does that make sense? But right now, let me look into 9 to 12, and then we'll see where we can get maybe 1 or 2 8th graders. I want one of you to represent the 8th grade for sure. Okay, so homeroom votes. We're going to vote. We haven't set a date. It's possible it's next week. I'll let you know over email. We need all the high school emails. Like if you use your parents' email, that's fine. But make sure you give me your email if you also use it as well. So I'll send you the date of the vote. I will introduce the students that are interested in being voted, right? I'm not going to force people to be student council members. So that's this announcement. It ties back to this. The other way you can serve is you can be a student ambassador. So let's say you're not a student council member, you're not voted, but you just want to work on a project for the school. Maybe you want to help us establish our soccer program or basketball program, or be a part of the trainers for that, or whatever. You could be a student ambassador. It just means I want to serve. So everybody can self-select themselves into this. For both positions, though, you're holding a higher bar. When I was student body president, which because I was class captain, I became student body president, I had to give a few speeches. Those speeches became a book I wrote, and I have only one copy left. But I wrote this book in 2009, but it came from my book that I wrote in 2007. And what happened was, being the student council president, I couldn't make a mistake. If anybody ever saw me say something or do something that was questionable, 3,000 eyes were on me every single day. If I ever made a mistake and it got to the principal, I was out. That meant that with great power comes great responsibility. Now, Superman is better than Spider-Man, but the point I'm trying to make... You know what's funny? The back of the room has a lot of red shirts, so it's like there's all these Spider-Man fans. Okay, okay, sorry, let's not wrestle on that. Nathaniel, we're good. I was teasing. I don't even know what Marvel and DC are doing these days. We'll talk about that another time. Okay, if you take a leadership role, so let's listen. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Only Jesus is perfect. But it comes with responsibility. That means you have to be willing to be mentored. Guys, I have multiple mentors in my life. Like, it's not a bad thing to be mentored. If you don't have a mentor, you need a mentor. So if you want to play any of these roles, you need to know that you need to be mentored. I was thinking of this, not to bash anybody here, but the oldest person here, I'm at least twice your age. Did you just hear that? I'm at least twice the age of the oldest student in this room. And if you think you have some experience, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm literally being mentored by 5 people, and I'm still learning every day. So can I just say most of you are clueless? Can we just establish that? Good. Okay. So you guys are generally clueless. I'm still clueless, right? Please, mentoring is important. So if you're going to be here and you don't want to be mentored, then please pull your name out, because I will not allow you lead if you don't have someone leading you. Make sense? Okay. This is just a short announcement. In our homeroom time, we are all as a school going to read our daily bread at one level or the other. So I assume you're reading it. You can actually count it as Bible credit if you want as we go through the year. So in conclusion, I'm excited for this year. We have this event. We have more events coming. We have a math meet in October 23rd. We have other events. Thank you to the people there in math. So we're going to do all these events, but please remember, our school is also going to try and be a blessing to the community. So that bookstore is open to the community. If you have a friend, and we don't really have room in some of the grade levels, so this is not just to add students to the grade levels. This is just to say, welcome people who are looking for a place to read good books. We're establishing that bookstore. We're going to keep growing that bookstore. Let's just not think of LifeSTEM focusing on itself. We'll do that. But let's think about LifeSTEM impacting Minnesota. Because Minnesota is a beautiful state in the landscape, but a terrible state in the policies. So you guys need to help change Minnesota, especially the cities. But we'll do what we can from afar. You guys should do your part in changing your culture. Amen? Are there any final questions? Otherwise, it went 3 minutes over. Any questions? Nathaniel and Lily first, and then Nathaniel.
With the student ambassadors, if like halfway through the year decide, if we want to be a student ambassador, do we have to decide like now, or if like in the next quarter we think, hey, the school needs this, or it would be a good thing for the school, can we maybe become a student ambassador?
100%. I will never turn down a person who wants to serve. Serving is literally what will save your generation. If you ever feel like your life is terrible and so on and so forth, you know what I want to encourage you to do? Go serve somebody. I've never served people and felt not blessed. Serve people. Shovel that old lady's sidewalk, and never let an old person take their groceries in the winter by themselves. Please, I'm pleading with you, never do that. Because I've seen old people, well, I've heard of them. Okay, I wouldn't let them do that either. But I've heard of old people falling. Guys, we got to serve. Serve big time this year. That said, I need a service coordinator. That's a position out there. I need somebody to coordinate some service projects. We cannot let old people be carrying their groceries in the winter. I beg them sometimes to move south. Don't live in Fargo if you're above 85. Okay? But anyways, I'm not going to discriminate against them. Okay, Nathaniel.
So, September 29th, is that mandatory to go to the high school retreat?
What is the 5 C's? Do you remember the 5 C's? What's one of them? Community built. We want you to build community. The statistics came out last week that the suicide rate amongst young people is the highest since World War II. One of the reasons they cited was loneliness. Guys, I don't want you to live in loneliness. I want to create opportunities for you to be a part of a team. Sound good? So if you have work, that's fine. But if you're like, I just don't want to go, well, I'm just encouraging you. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for you, okay? Guys, your teachers really care about you. We want the best for you, and we'll give you as many opportunities to flourish. Sound good? So I'll see you guys. Oh, Kellen.
So are the student council meetings, what day are they on?
Oh, we don't have that figured out. They have to be a council, and then the people in it will choose a day. So, and you can have sessions where you can sit in the audience and like listen, kind of like the chamber of House of Representatives. Benjamin.
When is the vote being taken?
We are going to send an email to all of you here over the next couple of days, and we'll tell you the exact day. We'll take the votes. There is no rigging. We're going to record this event, and it'll be counted. And if you rig the vote, you are in trouble.
You basically become ownership to become president.
You said?
You get membership to become president.
Yes, that's right.
If you rig the voting. So that's what you do.
Hey, okay, I'm not getting into that. He's talking about U.S. election policy. Okay, guys, last announcement. Do you guys remember Peter Loiters, Mr. Peter Loiters? Anybody remember him? He's an Air Force officer. He used to come at lunch and take you guys. So he has actually volunteered to record about 7 sessions, I believe. He's in the Air Force. Remember, who are the best people when it comes to leadership in the world? A lot of the military people. So what I told him to do is he's going to record a video series for these people. So if you want to be a student council member, you must watch the lecture series because he talks about ownership, responsibility. These people literally have to make life and death decisions like that. So they know about leadership. So I want you to be a solid leader. And someday, maybe one of you will become, I was going to say president, but I don't really like that role of the U.S. One day, some of you will become, I don't know, the CEO of a great company that changes this nation. Amen? You're dismissed. Economics students, please stay. World history students next door. Study hall, across the hall there in Couch Lounge. And we'll see you guys soon. Okay, economics.